Concur training. How to submit an out-of-region travel expense report. To begin, log into concursolutions.com. Your username is your HGAC email address, and if this will be your first time logging in, your password is welcome. For password reset, email Maravik Keenan or Sean Downey. Your landing page will look similar to this. To begin a new out-of-region travel expense report, click Request. You should see a list of your requests. If you do not, click View and choose Approve Request from the drop-down menu. Find the request applicable to the expense report you're working on. The new report will open to the report header screen. Please note that all fields marked with red are required. Your report name should follow the format name _ dates of travel _ description. Policy will automatically default to Global Expense Policy. Report date is the date that the report is created, not your travel date. Comments are not required, but this field is great for communicating useful information that may be beneficial during the approval process. Department and fund will populate to your default values, but they can be changed if necessary. Choose applicable project. Project lists are tied to the department. Destination will designate whether your travel is in or out of region. The box labeled Do Not Use Travel Itinerary should remain unchecked. The travel allowance pop-up will appear. The fields marked in red are required. Begin with your first travel day by completing the fields and click Save. Once saved, the travel day will appear on the left side of the screen as shown. Once both travel days are saved, you will see both entries on the left side of the screen. This screen will be used to calculate your per diem amounts, so accuracy is important. After the itinerary has been reviewed for accuracy, click Next. This screen confirms the entries made on the previous screen. You should see both travel days listed under the Assigned Itineraries section at the top of the page. Click Next again. If you do not see both days listed here, an error was made on the travel day entries that must be corrected before you are able to move forward. Left uncorrected, your per diem will not load. Now you will see each travel day listed along with meal per diem for that day. Please remember GSA rates adjust down for travel days. If meals were provided for any of the days shown, click the box and Concur will adjust the meal allowance for that day. If a different organization paid a set amount for meals for any of the days listed, enter the amount paid by the other organization in the field under Meals Amount. If no meals were provided or if none were taken at another organization's expense, simply leave the fields blank. Once finished, click Create Expenses at the bottom right of the page. You should see your daily meal per diem listed as fixed meals on the left side of the screen. You will find choices like fuel, tolls, and miscellaneous on the right side of the screen. If you've used the travel card, you may see your available expenses on the right side. If so, place a check mark next to the charges that apply to this trip and click Move to Current Report. The charges will be added to the list on the left side. From this screen, you will make your individual expense entries. As you build your report, your specific expenses will be listed on the left side of the screen. As an example, see the rental car fuel expense entry below. To make an entry, choose an expense type from the list and complete the required fields marked with red. Attach your receipt if required, and then click Save in the bottom right of the screen. To enter mileage expenses, choose the out-of-region car mileage expense type. Before completing the required fields, click on the mileage calculator hyperlink on the far right. Please note, if you're using a rental vehicle, you can only request fuel reimbursement for the rental, not mileage. Enter the specific addresses of locations visited in the list of waypoints. The start and end waypoints should be the 3555 Timmins office address. The tab key will insert any waypoints as needed. Concur uses Google Maps, so some of the same functionality is available in the mileage calculator. If no actual address is available, use the nearest address to the location. When all waypoints are entered and the route is calculated, click Add Mileage to Expense in the bottom right corner of the pop-up window. As you can see, many of the required fields populate automatically from the mileage calculator. Fill in any remaining required fields. Click Save and the mileage expense will appear on the list of expenses to be reimbursed. Hotel expenses must be itemized. To begin, choose hotel from the list just as you would any other expense. Hotels charged to the travel card will have imported along with all the other charges. Just click on the hotel line in the list on the left and it will open to the expense detail on the right. Remember, all fields marked with red are required. Receipts are required for hotel expenses. When traveling to Austin, Texas, remember the destination is out of region. You will notice that hotel expenses do not have a save option at the bottom. Instead, after the required information is entered, you will click Itemize. Refer to your hotel receipt when completing the screen. Please note this screen is for recurring charges only. Any item that appears only once on your bill will be entered in a different screen. Number of nights will self-populate based on check-in and check-out dates. Room rate is the base rate paid for a room each night. Do not include taxes in this amount. Enter room taxes separately in the boxes provided. If you were charged every night for expenses such as Wi-Fi or parking, enter those amounts under additional charges. Look at your bill and only enter expenses on this screen that appear multiple times. If parking only appears once, then do not enter it here. When finished, click Save Itemizations. Concur will tell you when your itemized expenses do not equal the hotel total. Don't forget, in Concur, all meals should be marked as personal except fixed meals. Once your hotel expense has been fully itemized, Concur will return to the main expense entry screen. Most other expense types are entered similarly to the fuel expense example. If you have questions regarding expense entry, please contact Cynthia Marquez or Dawn DeBolt. Once all expense items have been entered and are listed on the left side of the screen, you are ready to submit the report. Click Submit Report found in the top right of the screen. You will be asked to confirm submission and attach receipts. Then you will receive this confirmation showing report totals and the manager that will be approving the expense report. If you have questions regarding processing time or a report that was returned for errors, please contact Cynthia Marquez or Dawn DeBolt. You will also be able to view comments made and actions taken during processing by opening the report and viewing the audit trail. With the report open, click on Details, then choose Audit Trail from the drop-down. This concludes the Concur training on how to submit an out-of-region travel expense report.